Hi everyone. Very recently I ran a LinkedIn poll asking people what is the most difficult interview question that people find, and 25% people voted tell me about yourself as the difficult question. I created a video already on that topic and you can find it somewhere here on the top. But to my surprise, 46% people said that they want why are you leaving your job as the most difficult question. And in this video, I'm going to simplify it, break it down so that you get that perfect answer and create a solid impression on the interviewer. Let's dip in. So the very first thing we need to understand is why this interviewer is asking this question. Why is it so interested to ask this question? And the top reason for them to ask this question is they are investing a lot of money and effort in hiring you. They want to make sure that you stick around and you don't leave them very quickly, because they're spending money in shortlisting your CV, doing multiple rounds of interviews with you. Then they will onboard you. They will then train you up. They will skill you up. And only after that, you will start to give them some returns back, isn't it? Now, last thing they want is that they hire you and 3 months into the job, the same reason they left their previous company plays out in this same situation, and they want to avoid it, which is fair enough, which is absolutely the right thing to do from an interviewer's perspective. So their key reason is they want to avoid you joining them and leaving them very quickly. They understand the current environment in which you need to operate, where your role will sit within the organization, what are the challenges that your role has. They have a very good idea. What they don't know is why you plan to leave right now. And they want to understand that and marry it up and understand whether you're going to stick around or not. Right? So now what I'm going to do is break it down into 3 main categories. Okay. Category number 1 is if you've been in your current job for less than 2 years, then you need to give your answer in a very specific way. The second category will be if you've been in your current job between 2 years to 7 years, your answer will slightly change, which I'm going to talk about. And lastly, if you've been in your current job for more than 7 years, which I was, and I will tell you exactly the answer I gave in my interview, that will be category number 3. So let's dip into each of these categories and understand how best to answer this question. So category number 1 is for people who have been in their current job for less than 2 years. And here goes their answer. I'm a very ambitious professional and I like to challenge myself. Although I am enjoying my current job, but I see very limited opportunities here because of the way we have set up in our team and department. So I'm really looking out for those opportunities where I can take my career to the next level, and that is why I am interviewing for this job. So that was a pretty good answer. Let me break it down why this answer will do really well. Number 1 reason is we talked about we being ambitious, and that is a really positive trait. Secondly, we talked about we would like to challenge ourselves. That is again a very positive trait that any interviewer would love to hear. And thirdly, most importantly, the reason that we want to make sure that interviewer is not having any fear and not seeing us as a job hopper. Because remember, we have been in our current job for less than 2 years, and we want to give a strong signal that we are not a job hopper who is looking out for, salary hikes or not being clear about what we want from our job. In fact, by saying that there are limited opportunities at my current job, it sends a very strong signal to say that this guy knows exactly what sort of opportunities he's looking out for. Therefore, the clarity in this answer brings a lot of clarity in interviewer's mind, and it takes all the confusion away, and the labeling which is around the job hopping goes away entirely. And finally, number 4 reason of this good answer is I kept it really short, which you will see in again upcoming scripts as well, that we need to keep this answer very short to the point, because we do not want to give any point where the interviewer can have any doubts in their minds. So if you like this particular answer, give my video a thumbs up, because that will mean a lot to me. So category number 2 is for people who have been in their current job for 2 to 7 years of experience, and here goes their answer. I am doing very well in my current job and I am fulfilling all my duties well. Since I've spent considerable number of years in my current job, I believe that I'm now ready to deliver even bigger results, and I want to explore opportunities where my potential is fully utilized, and that is the reason I'm now exploring more job opportunities. Let's now break this answer down and understand why this answer will do really well. So the first thing I mentioned there is that I'm doing my current duties really well. What does it mean? It means, and it conveys that I understand what it means to be doing our own duties well, right? It gives a lot of confidence to interviewer that this person is sensible enough to talk about duties and doing them well. So that's a plus, right? Second one is I talk about that I've been in my current job for a number of years. So it means I understand my job. But more importantly, I'm hungry to deliver bigger results. Who doesn't want to hear that answer? Because they would like you to deliver results. So it conveys that you are a person who is very result oriented and you are hungry to deliver bigger results. And thirdly, which is around the potential you talked about, that you have a lot of potential, right, as an individual, and given the right atmosphere for you to grow, you will blossom like a flower. And that is what interviewer want to hear. And finally, fourth is just keeping it really, really short. As I always keep saying, you don't need to give a lot of details. You just keep it short, punchy, just so that your answer, stands out of the crowd and lands really well in interviewer's mind. Category number 3 is for people who have been in their current job for more than 7 years, and which is a perfect example of my own case, because I worked for Mindtree for 13 years, and when I went for my next job, here is what I gave as an answer, and here is what I highly recommend for people to use. I've been working in Mindtree for 13 years, and I must say I've thoroughly enjoyed the company, working here, loved the culture, but I guess now it has become stagnant and I feel like I'm not having that fresh challenge, because I understand the people, processes and everything around that. And now in my career, I'm absolutely ready to take that fresh challenge which can take my career to the next stage. And that is the main reason I'm exploring new job opportunities. Let me now break this answer, guys. The key thing I mentioned here is that I've spent 13 years and I've enjoyed it. I loved it. I've loved the culture, people and processes. That brings positivity about my personality to the interviewer. They get a really positive vibe about it, that I'm not talking about something that I'm, tired of my company or something like that. It just gives them a fresh perspective. Secondly, I'm talking about fresh challenges, because somebody who's spent 7 to 8, 9, 10 years, are they afraid now? That is the main question here. Are they afraid to take that next leap? Are they now comfortable with themselves, and are they ready to challenge themselves? And that is what this answer really brings to interviewer, that although this person has worked for a number of years in their current job at one place, but you know what, they're very positive about it. They will get on and do this job, and that brings a lot of confidence. And finally, as I always say, I kept this answer really, 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 really short. So if we look at the pattern in these 3 answers, there are some common themes, and there is something that I would like to leave you with. Number 1 is personality. In all the answers, or whatever answer you choose to give, personality is very important. And what you can do is you can talk about your personality. So in personality, there are 3 things I want to quickly talk about. One is being ambitious. You are showing to the interviewer that you are ambitious. That is the reason you're leaving your current job, not for any other reason. Second is you are highly result oriented person, that you like to deliver results. That is the reason you're looking for that next opportunity. Okay. And thirdly, you are in general very positive person. You would like some fresh challenges. You would like to challenge yourself. That is another third personality trait that you can portray while answering this question. Point number 2, or summary number 2, is that here we are not bad mouthing our current employer in terms of, oh, I've got a horrible boss I can't work with. Oh, I've got office politics going on. I can't deal with it. Or I am going after the money. I think we can't use that as a reason. Or the culture here is just horrible. It sucks to work here. We can't use any of those reasons, because they might be true, and you never know what the company culture is going to be in the next company. And also it's a very perception oriented thing. You might find it very difficult to convince by using any of these reasons. So it's a big no if you want to use any of these reasons. Thirdly, keep the answer really short. As you saw, I did not give any opportunity for interviewer to think about or get confused about or get any indications about why I am leaving my job. And last point I want to make, which is, if you have any genuine reason that you want to leave your current job, and you honestly should make it clear to the interviewer. I'll give you a few examples. So working from home, right? Or if you only need a remote job, make it really, really clear to the interviewer. Or if your last job has been really, really stressful and you are absolutely not looking forward to have a job which can cause more stress, I think it is better for you to be honest, because it's important you don't again go into a job where you're not going to enjoy it. What's the point, right? So make a judgment call around what are your answers based on your honesty as well. And I hope this video gave you a lot of insights around what are the different ways you can go about answering this question. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel. In the comments section, drop any other interview question that you would like me to make video, because I bring a lot of experience and I'm all giving these answers based on my personal experience of doing interviews. I've done 100+ interviews, and I also have appeared in many interviews as everybody does. So all of this is extremely experience based. So please let me know in the comments, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, signing off.